Good morning. Now we will start from question number 51. So first question is for today is choose the correct figures of a speech in the line. We wear her along like a pearl on a string. So you can see the options. First is metaphor. Second one is simile. Third option is apostrophe. And D option is hyperbole. So correct what is mentioned in this statement, you can say this we wear her like along a pearl on a string. So your correct answer is simile. Next is question number 52. Which of the following line is hyperbole? So you can read the options. Oh, my love is like a red rose. Option number B, 10,000 saw I at a glance. C, oh sweet content, where is thy mild abode? Option number D, she falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. So you have to identify metaphor. So you can see we are discussing actually question number 52. So our options are revenge is a kind of wild justice. Option number B, oh what a noble mind is here overthrown. C, let not ambition mock their useful toil. Next is our sweetest songs are those that tell the saddest thoughts. So you have to just check which sentence or which line is metaphor. So you know metaphor, revenge is a kind of wild justice. So this is metaphor. So your answer should be this A. Next is which of the following line is hyperbole? So options. Oh my love is like a red rose. So our answer, we can see the options. Oh my love is like a red rose, 10,000 saw I at a glance. Third option, oh sweet content, where is thy mild abode? And option number D, she falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. So hyperbole here where something has been exaggerated. So this option is like this, 10,000 saw I at a glance. So our answer should be option number B. Now next question. UNESCO has decided to dedicate the 2023 International Day of Education to Afghan girls and women. When is this day or the day observed? So our answer is January 24. This International Day of Education. So actually this is celebrated on January 24. So last year it was dedicated to Afghan girls and women. So this day is on International Day of Education. This is January 24, whereas Teachers' Day in India is celebrated on 5th September, as you know. Next question. Who was recently appointed as the next Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA? So this is old question, so you have to just update whenever you are appearing for examination. So anyway, we'll see here what is the answer. So your answer is Bikram Dev Datta. Next, who won the women's singles final in the India Open Badminton Championship? So since this is related to last year's question, 23, you have to just update it for year 2024. So your correct answer here is Anne Shi Yang. Your answer was this. Next, one who does not care for literature or art, means the person, you can see, who does not care for literature or art. So that person is called what? So you know, you have to just tell the one word for this sentence. So Philistine, dictator, primitive, hypocrite. So this answer would be A, Philistine. Philistine means the person who doesn't care about literature or art. Next, list of issues to be discussed at a meeting. What it is called? This is official. You can easily understand what is list of issues to be discussed at a meeting. So this is official word. So this is called, you can just put your answer there, then this is called agenda, right? Next is make something less severe. So what is that called? That is, you can see the options: mediation, palliation, reduction, aggravation. So here your make something less severe means that is called palliation. So B would be your correct answer. Next is misappropriation of money. Means what? This is a kind of also official word, you can say, which is used in administrative terms. So what is the meaning of this misappropriation of money? It means that the money is not spent as per approved, you can say, or as per approved procedure, or as per sanction. So this is a kind of, you can say, embezzlement, that it has not been paid as per laid down procedure, or you can say it has not been paid to intended beneficiary. Instead, it has been just taken in one's own account instead of giving it to you can say real or right beneficiary. So this would be embezzlement. Question number 61. Ready to believe anything. So who is that person who is always ready to believe. And if you say anything like, oh, today's sun has just set in the east. Okay, oh, it is that so. So that is that person easily believes that. So that kind of person is called what? So your options are credulous, incredulous, incredible, or fourth option, credible. So that kind of person is called credulous. Credulous. Next is defer. Defer means choose the one which best expresses the meaning of word. So same again, say no, you can say defer. So defer means what? Defer means to postpone. Means you are not just doing anything on time, instead you have just delayed that. So that answer would be what is happening. Again, this is the problem of laptop. I don't know. Defer means to delay something. So you can say your answer should be postpone. Next, abandon. Abandon means choose the one which expresses the meaning of word. Again, you have to tell abandon. So what would be the correct word? Abandon means just to leave something. So that option should be just read first. Enlarge, cherish, keep, forsake. So your correct answer would be forsake. This. Who will develop 10,000 kilometers of optic fiber cables across India by financial year 25? So as you know, NHAI who has been actually working towards construction of road and what is happening. So scary. Oh yeah. So your answer would be NHAI. NHAI will develop means 10,000 kilometer optic fiber. What is the maximum joining time? So now again this question is related to joining time. So what is joining time? Actually joining time is given to government servant to join new post. Actually when any government servant is transferred to another office, then that official had to join within a particular period of time. So that is called joining time. So question is how much time means how much time or that joining time is given to any government servant to join the new post. So it is asking the period of maximum joining time which is permitted by government. So this is very big problem for this laptop. I don't know how to solve it. Time and again and this is happening. So here question is maximum joining time. So you know maximum joining time. What is maximum joining time? Maximum joining time is 15 days. Next question. Joining time can be combined with which kind of leave? So you can join or combine which kind of leave? So you can see your options. So your options are only with EL. EL means earned leave. Only with CL means casual leave. Next option is with EL and HPL, and D is with any kind of leave except CL means casual leave. So as you know, joining time is a kind of permitted leave, so it will be combined only with leave, and as you know CL is not leave, so it cannot be combined with CL. It means our answer should be with any kind of leave except CL. Okay. Next, what is the maximum joining time in case of air travel? So you know one can join his or her new post while traveling by air or by train or by road. So when a government employee is traveling by air, then what is the maximum joining time? And as you know, maximum joining time is 15 days. So since you know air travel takes less time, so you can imagine this cannot be the correct answer. This will not be also correct answer because this 15 days was maximum. So these are just ruled out. Now you have 10 days and 12 days. So you can just imagine what would be the maximum. So here maximum is 12 days. Next is what is the minimum joining time? So what would be the minimum joining time? So minimum joining time is 1 day. So this is very simple. Minimum 1 day can be given for joining time. See, now next question, joining time is not allowed if transfer is for how many days? Means if someone has been transferred only 1 day, 2 days, so joining time is not allowed if transfer is for that particular period of up to that days, it will not be allowed. So what is the answer? So our correct answer would be up to 180 days. Means if someone has been transferred only for 180 days, this is a kind of temporary transfer, then it will not be given, means joining time will not be given. Next is, in case of transfer to northeast, to or from northeast region. So if someone either has been transferred to northeast, or if someone has been transferred from northeast, then what is the additional joining time? In normal case, suppose 1 day is given or 2 days is given, then what would be the maximum joining time, or you can say additional joining time? So it is 2 days. Additional 2 days are given as joining time. So your answer should be this option B. Next, the concept of time scale pay has been discontinued with effect from what? From which date time scale pay has been dispensed with? So your answer should be what? If you remember, that must be some particular date, and that date must be related to a pay commission, because in pay commission only, from while implementing the pay commission, some basic rules or pay, you can say pay structure is modified. So as you know, this earlier there was a time scale pay like 55,000, 175, 200, then 10,500, something like that. So with time you were allowed to get the increment, and after reaching to certain amount, again that increment amount was increased. So that kind of you can say pay scales were discontinued in 6th CPC. Instead, in 6th CPC there was a specific, you can say, guidelines that 10% you have to give increment, annual increment 3%, and that would be the basic. That would be the basic of 3%. And in basic, the what was the basic in 6th CPC? In 6th CPC, pay in pay band plus GP. That was called basic pay. So every year that 3% of basic pay was given as annual increment. So that system was started from 1st January 2006. So your answer should be this discontinuation of this time scale pay is 1st January 2006. Now it was declared, this pay commission was declared in September, but it was in effect from 1st January 2006. So your answer should be this 1st January 2006. Next, a government servant can hold lien on the post in his parent department while getting employed in other department for a period of, you have to just tell up to what period one person can hold lien. So your answer would be 2 years. Actually this is normal course of action. In normal course this answer is 2 years. In exceptional case it is 3 years, because if it takes time more than 2 years to confirm the employee, if someone is not in regular you can say department or parent department, so that lien will be for normal course of action 2 years, 1 additional year can be given. So remember, if it is asking the normal course, then you will answer 2 years. Otherwise, if it is exceptional case, then that would be 3 years. Next, lien of a permanent employee on foreign assignment on government to government basis to developing countries of Asia, Africa and Latin, not this Latin, this Latin America, may be extended up to. So as you know, if government is sent to these countries, then it can be extended up to 5 years. So your answer would be this option number what? Option number C. Next, pay means the amount drawn monthly by a government servant in terms of what? In FR what? We are discussing here FR. So no, it is actually very famous FR, that is FR 921A. Remember, pay, the meaning of pay which is drawn monthly by government servant in terms of FR 921A. Next question. Under the revised pay structure 2016, minimum basic pay and maximum basic pay are. Under revised pay structure 2016, we are talking about here 7 CPC. It was effective from 1st January 2016. So as you know, our minimum pay was what? This 18,000. Minimum pay, this is talking about minimum basic pay. So minimum basic pay is 18,000. And here maximum is 350. Okay, this is wrong. 350 should not be there. Maximum is 250. So 250 should be there and minimum 18,000. So your answer should be this option number B. Next is, for fixation of pay in the revised pay structure 2016, simply you can say in 7 CPC. This means what? Revised pay structure means this is talking about 7th CPC. In case of all employees, the existing basic pay as on 31st December 2015 is to be multiplied by a fitment factor. So this is asking about fitment factor. So what was the fitment factor? So if you remember, your fitment factor was what? It was 257%. So 2.57. So if you convert it in percentage, that would be 257%. So this is your answer. NPA. NPA as per 7 CPC is. NPA means what? This non-practicing allowance. What is this non-practicing allowance? This is given to doctors because they are actually professional, and that profession is such that they are supposed to serve the, you can say, patient, but since a government servant cannot do business and while being in government job, so that person cannot practice. So just to compensate, a kind of allowance is given to doctors, and remember this allowance includes dentist also. So this non-practicing allowance is given to doctors. And there is another term, NPA, which is related to economics. So you can say NPA means what? Non-performing assets. But this is talking about non-practicing allowance. This is given to doctor, and as per CPC, what is this? This is 20%. 20% is NPA. So remember here again, NPA is given 20% of what? 20% of basic. So a doctor will get basic pay plus 20% as NPA. And remember, this is also important for calculating the DA, because while in normal course of action, DA is calculated on basic pay, but for doctors it is calculated while adding this NPA also. So if there are two employees, one is doctor, another government official is you can say non-doctor, then doctor will be getting higher DA even if they are having the same basic, because NPA is also added while calculating DA. Next is, the Supreme Court has held that the benefits under MSCP schemes are to be granted in the Supreme Court has held that benefits under the MSCP scheme are to be granted in the, just see the option, promotional hierarchy of grade pay or pay levels, and second option, as per prerogative of head of department. Prerogative means you can say what is the, as per you can say head of department, whatever he thinks fit he will give. Option number C is either A or B, whichever is beneficial to government servant. And option number D is a standard hierarchy of grade pay or pay levels. So what would be the correct answer? So it has been held by the Supreme Court that a standard hierarchy of grade pay or pay level. So as per this it will be given. Next, MSCPs stands for what? So MSCP means, M means modified, so modified it is, A for assured, so assured is there, C for carrier, so carrier, now assured, okay, carrier, and next is progression and, okay, progression again is there, and then system and a scheme. So as you know, it is a kind of a scheme, so your answer should be D, modified assured carrier progression scheme, MSCP. MSCP is a scheme, so MACPS means modified assured carrier progression scheme. So next question is, MSCPs is effective from which date? So as you know, this was implemented at the time of implementation of 6th CPC. So you might be wondering, oh, if it is implemented during 6th CPC, so it would be effective from this date, but this is incorrect. Actually 6th CPC was given from 1st January 2006, but for MSCP, when it was declared during September 2008, so for MSCP it was mentioned or told that it will be effective from that day only. So that's why the correct answer for MSCP effectiveness would be this 1st September 2008, not 2006. But remember, it was given while implementing 6th CPC. Earlier there was ACP. Now we have MACP. Now next question, question number 81. So question is, what is the composition of a screening committee under MSCP? So you know, while giving the MSCP, a committee is to be formed under a chairmanship of an office under an authority. So that person, there would be a chairperson, and there must be some members, and that number of members would be what? So there would be one chairperson and two members. So your answer would be option number D. Next, very very important question. Again, this is related to MSAP. Now today we will just clear doubts about MSAP. Now whenever you have any questions related to MSAP, you would be able to solve all the questions. Now see the statement. A statement, what is saying? Member of the screening committee should not below the rank of joint secretary or equivalent in the government. Joint secretary or equivalent. So as you know, this level, as per guidelines, the members of a screening committee should not below the rank of under secretary, AUS, not joint secretary. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Next is, the chairperson of the screening committee should generally be at least 2 levels above the members of the committee. So it is prescribed that the chairperson of the screening committee should be not in equal ranks, but it should be at least 1 level above. This is mentioned 2 level. Actually this is 1 level only. So in effect you can see that chairman should be senior to members, but that seniority should be 1 level only, not 2 level. So this is also incorrect. So statement number 2 is incorrect. Now third option we will see. The members of the committee shall comprise officers holding post which are at least 1 level above the level in which MSCP is considered. Okay, so what is telling? It is asking if MSCP is being considered for a government official, then the member, it is not talking about chairman, members of the committee shall comprise officers. Then the level of, you can say that officer, pay level, simply you can understand, that should be at least 1 level above the government servant for which MSCP is being considered. So this is correct. So now you can check your options. So option number A is saying only 1 is correct. This was incorrect, so this cannot be. Only 2 is correct, so 2 was also incorrect, so this is also incorrect. Third, it is saying only 3 is correct, so of course only 3 was correct, so this would be your answer. The next question. Who among the following was the first woman judge of Supreme Court of India? So your correct answer would be Fatima Bibi. Next, consider following statements with respect to MSCPs. Again, it is talking about MSCP. Just read it. So what it is saying? Statement number 1. In cases where the appointing authority is the president, it is talking about appointing authority, where appointing authority is president, and the screening committee is constituted in the secretariat of the ministry or department, then the power to approve the recommendation of the screening committee is delegated to the secretary of such ministry or department. So this is correct. So when authority is president, then it will be approved by that secretary of or secretary of that department or ministry. So this is Correct. Next, in cases where the appointing authority is the president and a screening committee is constituted in an organization, that is field office or attached office or subordinate office, then the power to approve the recommendation of a screening committee is delegated to head of the department. You can just imagine in some organization which are field office or attached office, so there is always head of that organization or that office, so that power will be delegated to that head of the department or head of such organization. So this is also correct. Next is, in all other cases, the power to approve the recommendation of the screening committee shall be with the appointing authority. So based on that, this MSCP can be approved. So this was quite easy. So you can just again just revise it. In case where appointing authority is president, then what will happen? There would be a screening committee that will be constituted at ministry or department level, then it will be approved by secretary, and if there is field office, then it will be approved by head of organization, and in other case it will be approved by appointing authority. This is so simple. So here your all the option statements were correct, so your answer would be all are correct. Next, consider following statement with respect to again MSCP. So the screening committee shall follow a time schedule and meet twice in a financial year. So now see the your first statement, a screening committee shall follow a time schedule. Of course, there must be a timeline, otherwise people here means government servant will not get MSCP on time. So there must be a timeline and meet twice in a financial year. So of course this is also right. They should meet, that committee should meet twice. So this is correct. Next is, cases maturing during the first half of the particular financial year. Maturing in first half means April to September. Means if someone means government employee is completing 10 years, as you know, what is the criteria for being eligible for MSCP? To complete 10 years of continuous service. So if that period is going to be completed in this period, then the matter of this, you can say, MSCP shall be taken up for consideration by a screening committee meeting in the first week of April. So what is the answer here? So actually when it is maturing in first half of a financial year, then it should be considered in the month of January itself. So this is not correct. This should be what? This should be January. Now you can see third statement. The screening committee meeting in first week of October shall process the cases that would be maturing during the second half of the financial year. So you can have hint here. So if the case is related to this period, then it is discussed in January. So if it is maturing during October to March, then this period should be what? this period should be July. So you can understand this is done in advance so that government employee gets financial benefits on time instead of after completing. It is well, the case of that employee is taken well in advance so that the government employee gets, because as you know this MSCP is given only if you don't get, if a government servant doesn't get any promotion within 10 years, only then it is applicable. So if someone has not received any promotion, then it is actually necessary to give him some financial benefit or financial upgradation in terms of MSCP. And even if someone is eligible after 10 years and it is not being given on time, then that would be inhuman. So it is done in advance, means his or her case is considered in advance. So this was the status. Now next question. Again, the financial upgradation under MSCPs would be admissible up to level. Level means here pay level. So as you know, there are pay levels in 7 CPC. So up to pay level 18, up to pay levels 17, 16, 15. So up to what pay level this MSCP facility is given, means financial upgradation is done. So your correct answer is up to pay level 15 in the pay matrix, and this pay matrix is related to 7th CPC. 7th CPC. Next, consider following a statement with respect to MSCP. Benefit of pay fixation available at the time of regular promotion shall also be allowed at the time of financial upgradation under the schemes as prescribed in para 13 of CCS revised pay rules 16. So as you know, when you get benefit of pay fixation in promotion, regular promotion, the same benefit is available at the time of getting financial upgradation under MSCP. So this is correct, because you get the option to pay to fix your to get your pay fixed either at the time from the date of getting the MSCP or from the date of DNI, date of next increment. So we will also discuss how pay is fixed. Sometimes we will discuss how pay is fixed in case of pay fixation. So, but first we will discuss this statement number 2. There shall, however, be no further fixation of pay at the time of regular promotion if it is in the same pay level as granted under MSCP. So, what it is saying? So first we will say there shall be no further fixation of pay at the time of regular promotion if it is in the same pay level as granted under MSCP. So this is also correct, but what it is saying? So if you have any confusion, then just we can understand. Suppose earlier you were in pay level, suppose we say pay level, you can say 6. Now you did not get any promotion during next 10 years. Then what you will get? You will get MSCP. So after 10 years you will be getting MSCP in pay level 7. So, and after getting MSCP, and you know what is the difference between MSCP and regular promotion? In MSCP, you don't get the benefit of, you can say, all the benefits of post. You don't hold particular power of that post, but you get only financial benefit of that post. So once if you get your designation will not change, you will be just getting the financial benefit. Suppose you are uh, assistant, or you can say uh, JS, junior superintendent, or you can say JTS, junior technical superintendent, and after 10 years your post would be same. Means suppose there is a promotional post, and the higher post for JTS is suppose something like that, technical officer. So after getting this pay level 7, the name of your post will not be technical officer instead, and you will not be holding the post of that technical officer. Instead, you will be getting only pay of pay level 7. So but after some period of time, you have been given the regular promotion. So now you will be officially called technical officer. So in that case, again, as you know, there is pay fixation in regular promotion, but since you have already received this pay fixation facility while getting this pay level, then in that case no pay fixation will be done. You will be getting same pay as you were getting before this regular promotion through MSCP. So your what would be correct answer here? Option number C. In option number C, only 2 is correct. Okay, wrong. So our correct option would be both 1 and 2 are correct. Oh, this is tricky. Generally, what happens? We see both the options are correct in option number C. So remember, this is also there can be different type of a pattern of the options. So if you are solving this statement, you are just ticking correct, incorrect, then according to this only you have to choose. See, this was tricky one. I was just hoping that both A and B would be under option number C, but here it was under option number B. So don't be in haste, just solve the question properly. Next, what is the number of votes required to present a bill to amend the constitution upon which the president will give his or her assent? Here her must be there, because president can be everybody, and our language should be not gender biased. So what is the number of votes required to present a bill to amend the constitution upon which the president will give his or her assent? So as you know, the changing of, you can say, provisions of constitution requires you can say majority, that should be thumping majority. So from options you can see 2/3 members if they are agree, means, and that should be for present, 2/3 of members present. So your correct answer would be option number this. So next question is, under which rule option for pay fixation is available to government servant? So as you know, under FR 22 1A1 there is provision to get one's pay fixed. So your option should be, correct option would be FR 22. Now again, related to MSCP. So regular service for purpose of MSCP is considered as under. You can read the option. Okay, so statement 1 says, from the date of joining of a post in direct entry grade on regular basis, either on direct recruitment basis or on absorption or re-employment basis. So half period this regular service will be counted from the date of joining a post either on direct recruitment basis on or on absorption basis or re-employment basis. So this is correct. Next is service rendered on casual, ad hoc, contractual basis before regular appointment on pre-appointment training shall be taken into reckoning. So this is not correct. It is said shall not be taken. Here not is not there. So this is incorrect. So next is past continuous regular service in same or another central government department in a post carrying same pay level in the pay matrix prior to regular appointment in a new department without a break shall not be counted. Here it is not. So actually it should be shall be counted towards the qualifying regular service for the purpose of MACP. So since there is no break, then it should be counted. It is mentioned shall not be. So this is also incorrect. Next is benefits under the MACP. In case of past post carrying same pay level in same or another central government shall not be considered till satisfactory completion of the probation period in the new post. So actually it is again mentioned not. Actually it should not be there. Not should not be here. So sorry, shall not be considered. So this is correct. Shall not be there. So as you know, this until this is over, then if it is satisfactory completed, then that's fine, otherwise shall not be considered. So this is correct. So your correct answer would be 1 and 4. Oh, from question from polity. So what is mentioned in 7th schedule? What is 7th schedule? So you know 7th schedule, there are some lists under which different subjects are there, and that has been categorized in 3 categories. So one is central list, second is a state list, and third one is concurrent list. So what is the meaning of that? Meaning is that on the basis of that list, law can be made. If it is mentioned under central list, then center can make the law for that subject. So and if it is mentioned under a state list, then that can be law for that subject can be made by a state. And if it is mentioned in concurrent list, then what will happen? In concurrent list, the law can be made by both, either by center or a state. But remember, if there is any conflict over the subject or rule, then the rule or law made by central government will prevail. Next, again MACP. Oh my God. Anyway, if you complete this actually test, then you will be able to solve all the questions related to MACP. So read the statements. This is looking a bigger, you can say, a statement. Okay, anyway, we'll discuss one by one. Past service rendered by a central government employee in a state government or a statutory body or autonomous body or public sector organization before appointment in the central government shall not be counted towards regular service. So remember, so if you spent your service in a state government, a statutory body, autonomous body, PSU or PSO before appointment in the central government shall not be counted towards regular service. So statement number 1 is correct. This is correct. Next, regular service shall include all periods spent on deputation, foreign service, study on leave, and all other kinds of leave, duty sanctioned by competent authority. So if it is sanctioned by competent authority, then all deputation, foreign service, study leave, other kinds of leave shall be considered as regular service. So this is also correct. Next, third statement, in case of transfer including unilateral transfer on request, regular service rendered in previous organization office shall be counted along with regular service in new organization or office for the purpose of getting financial upgradation under MSAP. However, financial upgradation under MSAP shall be allowed in the immediate next higher pay level in the pay matrix as given in CCS Payrolls 2016. Wherever an official in accordance with terms and conditions of transfer on own volition to a lower post is reverted to lower post from the promoted post, the post or pay level before being relieved for new organization or office, such past promotion in the previous organization office will be ignored for the purpose of MSCP in the new organization. So of course, if it is transferred to lower post on own volition of government, then it will be ignored. So this statement is also correct. Next statement is, in case an employee is declared surplus in his or her organization and appointed in the same pay scale or lower scale of pay in the new organization, the regular service rendered by him or her in previous organization shall be counted towards the regular service in his or her new organization for the purpose of giving financial upgradation. So as you know, if it is declared by government itself surplus, then of course it is the duty of government to take care of that government employee. So that period will also be treated as regular service for the purpose of MSAP. So this is also correct. So your all the statements were correct. So your option would be option number D. Now, next question. Under which article the Supreme Court shall have power to review any judgment pronounced or order made by it? So what is it asking? It is asking Supreme Court shall have power to review any judgment pronounced or order made by it. So you can say a kind of review of its judgment. So under which article it has the power, review power? So this is article number 137. Next is, MSCP again. No reservation orders or roster shall apply to MSCP. Remember this, you have to read this. No reservation orders or roster shall apply to MSCP, which shall extend its benefit uniformly to all eligible SC/ST employees also. So as you know, this benefit of MSCP is available to everybody. Why it is so? Because a government employee is not given any post. So where is the question of this reservation or reservation roster? Simply it will be given to everybody as soon as a government employee completes 10 years of continuous service. So this is correct. Reservation is not required because everybody is given this facility. Next is, it shall not be mandatory to associate members of SC/ST in the screening committee meant to consider cases for grant of financial accommodation under the scheme. So it is not mandatory. The office can or organization can think of it, but it is not mandatory to have SC/ST members because it will be given to everybody. There is no, you can say, bar for giving the MSCP to particular person. So once you complete it and if you meet out the minimum benchmark, then it will be given. So it is also correct. Next statement, financial upgradation under MSCP shall be purely personal to employee and shall have no relevance to his seniority position. This is also correct because this is only pure financial benefit, no promotion. So just you get money. So there is no relevance to your seniority. So this is also correct. So the answer would be all are correct. Option number D. Now next question. Next question is, master trainers and recognized trainers are entitled to honorarium for conducting courses up to 1 week. So as you know, there are some honorarium which is given to conduct, you can say, training. So what is the amount of that honorarium? So if it is for 1 week, then that amount would be 5,000. Next is, master trainers and recognized trainers are entitled of honorarium for conducting courses up to 4 weeks. First question was related to 1 week, and now this is talking about 4 weeks. What would be the answer? So first, actually, just remember it. For actually 1 week it is 5,000, and for additional 1 week the amount is 2,500. So just you can calculate what would be the amount of honorarium for 4 weeks. So for first week it would be 5,000, second week it would be 7,500, for third week it would be 10,000, and for 4 weeks it would be 12,500. So what would be your answer? It would be this. For 1 week it is 5,000, but for additional any additional week it is 2,500. So this answer would be 12,500. Next is, what is the ceiling for the officers or trainers deputed to conduct courses under trainer development program? So what is the ceiling? Means not more than that period one can take this training development, you can say trainer development program. So statement 1 says up to 30 days in a year. So in terms of days, it is 30 days in a year. This is correct actually. Next is up to 60 sessions in a year. So this is also correct. Means if it is taken in sessions, then sessions must be 60, not more than 60. It cannot. So your both the options are correct. So but there is also limit that whichever is lower. So this should be your correct answer. Next is, which of the following does Article 21A of the Constitution of India deal with? As you know, this is very famous 21A article. This is related to RTE, means right to education. So your answer would be this. Actually, you know, the provisions related to education was mentioned under Article 45 and 51A under fundamental duties, where it was the duty of parents to provide education to their children, and it was also a guideline for a state under Article 45 to provide free education to all children for 6 to 14 years of age. But since the one was duty for parents and one was, you can say, just guideline for states, so as you know, both were not mandatory for either of one. So in the name of a scarcity of fund, a state was not doing that, and since parents have limited have, you can say, different, you can say, restriction or different problem, so they were also not able to provide the education as it was required. So government, just to give education to every child, it was just proposed that this should be covered under fundamental rights. So an amendment was made to Article 21A, and it was inserted, and this right to education was covered under Article 21A. So next is, who can recommend the transfer of a High Court judge? So this is very simple question. As you know, the transfer of judges is made by a collegium that is called National Judicial Appointments Commission. So the NJAC is there. It is the authority who takes care of transfer of High Court judges. So last question for today is, a power of an officer on deputation should be retained and maintained by. Important question, especially those officials who are working in administration and looking after this APAR should know what is the procedure of maintaining the APAR. Who will write it and maintain it? You can see the options. The parent department, the borrowing department, CBC, Central Vigilance Commission, and option number D, Departmental Vigilance Officer. So remember, it is the parent department who should write and maintain it. So question can arise, how parent department can write the APAR? So it is the duty of parent department, if it's any employee is on deputation, then the input or inputs must be taken from borrowing department, and accordingly APAR should be written, and maintained. So this is a task for administrative people who are working in administrative department. If you are not following it, then please follow it and try to convince your officers or senior to start this practice. That's all for today. Thank you.